So I need to learn how to edit. And here's why I need to learn how to edit. Because this is video number 2. And I was like 15 minutes into video number 1. And because I accidentally dropped the name. And I ain't trying to drop no names. No, I shouldn't have that damn fuck over. Good morning. My mornings. Like, why am I up every damn morning? And so what y'all didn't get from from the last video is, I apologize. It's early. I'm sorry. The mustache is popping. The hair is rocking. I look a mess, but you're getting me in my raw dog, and I'm eating my breakfast because I don't have time for anything. I never really had time to get any goddamn thing done. And that's part of the reason why I'm bringing you this goddamn video. As I started, I said what woke me up was the sweat on my back, and I don't even sweat like that. Because I woke up in a naked sack again, and I'm sitting here wondering, why in the hell is my sack still naked? It was supposed to be my birthday gift to myself. Bend over backwards to get it done. My manager just had to help out. And that's what brings me to you this morning, man. I'm about to give you 5 things that my manager does personally, and 5 things that she does professionally. It kind of makes it hard to go to work sometimes. Like, it just really does. And I'm trying not to be, all emotional and stuff. Oh, sorry. Yogurt is my favorite, even before it got good. As a kid, I used to eat yogurt and oatmeal all the time. That's how I'm alive and still skinny. So, forgive that fat moment. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad. Alright. So, I just... I just really gotta share, because I really feel like retail managers, some of them don't get it. Now, I've always been in, well, not always, I've been in retail management for a very long time now. Started my retail career 2007. Been in retail ever since. So for the last 12 years, with the exception of like 6 to 7 months, I've been in retail management. From the bottom, working my way all the way to the top, with the last like 6 years being straight store manager. So this is the first time that I've been in management but following someone again in a while. And it makes me want to apologize for every person that I've managed up to this point. Like, if I've ever made you feel anything to the point in which you want to choke a bitch, I apologize. Like, literally, you probably should have punched me in my fucking face. However, the person that I am, I've always been Regina first, and then the whatever title that I'm holding. So definitely you should have came to me and talked to me, told me what the hell was what the hell, and I would have definitely went out of my way to try to fix it, or let you know that I didn't give a fuck. Either way, we would have resolved the issue because you brought an issue to me at hand. However, I now understand all of the jokes, the running jokes, the reason why people don't want to work in retail. Like, my job ain't hard, my manager is my anxiety. So, hopefully this time without dropping names, and if I drop names in this video, then it is what it is, because I have 2 more to record, because I never get these done, because I'm always... So I'm going to give you 5 things that my manager does that personally just makes it hard to do. I'm going to also give you 5 things that professionally, because again, I'm in management, so I'm not complaining how she wants me to do my job. No, the bitch won't let me do my job. That's my problem. So we're going to talk about the 5 professional things that I have. That's just like, it just gives me anxiety to go to work. I legitimately wake up now in the morning, and because I have an hour commute, I recently moved. It was 30 minutes, now it's an hour. Although I only moved like 10 minutes from where I used to live, so I don't understand how that math works out, but whatever. So I got an hour commute to work now, and it's like, I really gotta get my head together. I really gotta get myself together. Like, shorty, I'm about to try to figure something out. So I gotta get this off my chest before I go in there in a couple of hours because I got a long day. I got a really long day. Like, everyone believes that, oh, December, let's make the people who are here all the time stay here even longer. So, I'm gonna start professionally and then jump to personally, and I'm only going to, do it. So, the first thing that my manager does that professionally gets on my nerves, gets in my way, is she always seems a little lost. She never really seems to know what she doing that. Not that she don't know how to do her job, because that would be impossible to say. And I'm not going to be one of those subordinates. My manager don't know how to do her job. No. She knows how to do her job. And she knows how to do her job well. She does it the very long and inefficient way, though. And as I'm sitting here looking at her run around, literally run around like a chicken with her head cut off, and I go, you know all you had to do was this, right? That makes so much sense. Charles supposedly learned about the intelligent cooking rats and was inspired to make the talking dog collars. Why you ain't take the moment to think about that? It bothers me because she has a crutch. It's a thing that she says all the time. Oh, you know, this, and this. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I'm just abreast to that proclivity in your life. I'm just learning that issue in your life. Bitch, you had it all your goddamn life. Why in the fuck have you put things in place as of yet? Sorry, that tart Mickey Mouse water. But why the fuck haven't you put things in place as of yet so you can combat those things? For example, Regina gets hangry. I get hangry. I walk around with snacks all goddamn day. All day. Sorry. If you ever see me just randomly go to my bag, what you looking for? Bitch, a cracker. Why? Because you getting on my goddamn nerves. And so I'm going to assume that I need a sandwich, I need a cracker, I need some peanut butter, I need something. I need a yogurt, I need a jello, I need a piece of fruit. I need some nourishment because you about to die. So maybe I feel like I'm borderline dying. Professionally, you probably can't snack everywhere, but you let people know, hey, I got some cookies in my pocket. Well, I'm going to stuff off the floor real quick. I'm just going to take care of this so I can come back out on this floor and not murder you. Why haven't you put things in place as of yet in order to handle that? Stop just talking out loud, because I miss it all the goddamn time. And then Did you hear me? I heard your voice. Was you talking to me? My bad. Didn't know. So yeah, just always a little lost in us. I don't know how you follow lost people. I don't. You're not gonna leave me astray and then look at me like, how do we get out of this? Bitch, you got us here. You gotta get us out. So the first thing that she does for her personally that gets on my nerves. And so in the last video that I recorded, I was very aggressive with this. So I'm gonna go on and pull back a little bit because I did a reading and my reading said I'm going to get fired. And I feel like this is part of the catalyst to getting me fired. So I'm going to tread lightly. However, white women, stop touching me. I don't speak for all black women. I don't speak for all people. I speak for Regina. Stop fucking touching me. I don't like it. I'm not okay with it. My hair ain't yours. My skin ain't yours. I don't give a damn how pretty or confident you think I am. Bitch, if you want it, go get it for yourself. But do not. I repeat, for the idiots in the back, do not touch me. My manager is so handsy. If she was a dude, she would have lost her job. The show would have been shut down, and I'd be sitting on Netflix right now. Like, literally. She put a butt on me the other day. I was small confined space that we go to the register, right? So of course you bump into people. I'm not one of those, oh my God, we bumped into each other. You're trying to impregnate me. I'm not one of those. Jesus Christ, I can't be one of those. I worked in a home establishment where the tailor thought it was okay to grab me by my waist. Like, and when I said something to the manager, he does nothing. Like, again, I'm not. I'm aware that people engage with people. However, if I bump into you by accident and I go, oh my bad, I didn't mean to hit you, like on your little butt, that was the back of my hand because I was walking, my arm swinging, my bad. And you go, oh no, it's cool. Bitch, that's sexual harassment. Like, just understand that. Like, and then don't think just because you're you, that, and everybody knows you're you, and you guys know what I mean. Kevin Spacey felt the same fucking way. How long fucking about so, yeah, I know you. I also know fucking history and books, and every white woman who wanted black women in their lives to the way in which you did, that house mother thought she was the best woman yet because she brought them babies in closer to her, but stripping them away from their mother. Y'all don't I'm not speaking to all white women. I'm speaking to you handsy, grabby, touchy, feely, everything that's mine I need to have in my possession as white women. Don't touch Regina. Stop it. Don't do it. This shit, you don't even. Stop it. I don't get this phenomenon, and then I'm done. I'm gonna move on from this white woman thing. I really think it's a white woman thing, because goddamn, like, I've had black female coworkers tell me, dang Regina, I don't like women, but I like you, and I'll be like, cool. You didn't touch me though. You didn't really get nasty with it. You waited until that was like a random, like, we walk into the car, hey, can I ask you or say something to you off the record? You definitely prefaced it. This bitch literally has no problem in throwing her arms around me. My back hurts. Oh, let me grab your back. Yo, I feel like a black man whose hat just got grabbed in the throat. Like, don't. The second thing she does professionally that, like, drives me up a goddamn wall is she don't coach, develop, or train. That verbiage I was taught from the last company that I worked with, I almost feel like I was, like, beat in the head with it by a particular manager in particular. And if he ever stumbled upon these, he would hear. You need to coach, develop, and train, Regina. You need to train, coach, and develop. How you know that they know what you want them to know if you ain't teach it to them? If you ain't follow up? Huh? That's him. Ain't right. He was echoing something that I didn't even realize. Oh, because I'm recording the video. You're just going to have to deal with me moving around today. I didn't realize that he was teaching me something that I already know. Something my debate coach had already given my dad. He'd already given to me. Just my cup basic, not me. This is my home call. But she doesn't. So since May, I've been trying to like come up with training programs, training development, because I know the holiday season. The holiday season is always coming. If people in retail are not always preparing for the holiday season, the second half of the year, they shit. They shit at their job. They shit at what they do. They are shitty people, and I wonder what their houses look like. Like they're shit. So I'm talking about, hey, we need to go ahead and start like filling up our pipeline. We need to at least know how to fill up our pipeline. We need to know how to work these quotes. Maybe if we write it down like this, maybe if we approach it like that. Nothing. It was always pushback. I'm like, hey, let's fill this out every day so we at least know mentally what we're supposed to be doing. If we do it on paper and you get used to doing it on paper mentally, you do hold on to that stuff. I don't stamp paper, so antiquated. Cool. Then scan this shit and put it in the goddamn computer. We do it on the computer. Oh, we already have it on the computer, but we're not doing it. That's like, I mean, it's like having a wife and not fucking her. That don't mean you doing your wife. That's probably why you got a side bitch. It's the same logic. The same logic in my mind. So just because you have something and you're not doing it, don't mean that you're using it. So I come in, I'm figuring in my assistant manager role. That means I can coach, I can train, I can develop. I acknowledge that you don't want to or don't know how, or maybe with the aforementioned proclivity, you can't figure out what goes next. Cool. That's what I'm here for. I'm a very ordered motherfucker. I'm not saying that I'm always focused. I'm saying that when I give myself a deadline to get some shit done, I'll get it the fuck done. Especially if it pertains to another motherfucker who can tell me that I didn't do it. I'ma get it done just because. I be damned if you tell me I told you so. The hell. But I received pushback from, and that's her term, their term. I received pushback from her and her manager, and neither one of the two realizes that what they're doing is pushing back. For example, every Wednesday we are to kind of predict what the week will end up as. Our weeks end on Sunday. Last couple of Wednesdays I missed it. Why? Because every Wednesday she does it without mentioning it, without saying that it needs to be done. This is an everyday thing that anybody can take up the mantle to do, in my mind, because we all play into these numbers, so we should all understand how they work. That's logic in my mind. I've been doing this for 10 plus years. I say that to so many words. Hey, I think this is a great task that we can teach everybody how to do, so no matter who's here on a Wednesday, it gets done. My supervisor replies back to me, oh, no, that's just the manager's job. So they can't even fucking know about it? Alright, and y'all wonder why people don't stay. The managers be like, F you, I'm out. And you wonder why people don't feel appreciated and validated. Hey, guess what I no longer do from December the 4th forward? Oh shit, it's Ho's birthday, if you didn't know. It is Ho's birthday. Happy birthday, Ho. Anyway, he's one of my favorite celebrity Sages. Like, I love Sages. Him and John F. Kennedy Jr., who me and him shared a birthday. Favorite celebrity Sages. Like, I don't think I have a female Sag yet. So anyway, tangent. But yeah, she doesn't coach, train, and develop. We don't follow up on things. When I try to, I get pushed back. So I'm done. The second personal thing that she does that like drives me insane is she be having too much like, I don't know how to explain it. She's too millennial for me. Everything is a meme or, you know, a reference or, you know, a joke, a bad joke, a very, very bad joke. I don't know what it is. Now, I was born in 85, so technically I guess I fall in the millennial bracket. And then I was also born in 85, so I don't give a fuck about none of it. Like, I don't. Put me wherever you gotta put me for you to resolve, but like, I'm going this way. And for her, it bothers me when I say she's too in that niche. It's because it matters to her if I want to be a part of it. She wants to like me, so she can't just like me for me. She has to like me and I have to like the things that she like. And it's like, nah, dog, we can like each other. Although I honestly think I'm on the fence of if I like this person, not a bad person. I just don't think I like you because I'm questioning if you really like yourself for real. Like, I don't like fake and phony things. Like, you can be 100% a shitty person if you know you're 100% a shitty person. A lot of people like say that's my ex, and I'm like, whatever. I don't see him as 100% shitty because he's genuine. At the end of the day, he's genuine. I at least know, oh, yep, that's going to make him do X, Y, and Z. Hence why we're not together anymore, but I accept and I love him and I know him. Going back to her, I don't think she like herself, dog. For real, I really don't. And so how can I like you if you don't like you? You know you better. And I'm smart. I'm really smart. So if you don't fuck with you, then why should I? Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. So she's just too. I'm sorry that I don't like memes, y'all. Like, I'm sorry that, like, I don't know the fucking Lord of the Rings references. I'm sorry that I don't watch Game of Thrones. I do other shit with my time. Now, I guess it bothers me because you want me to be open to the things that you are engaged to, and you don't want to be open to that which I choose to share. And I say it like that very specifically because I don't want to, the things that I'm into aren't for everybody. So I'm damn sure I'm not going to share them with you when these very surface and topical things that you like is what you engage with. Dog, you don't want to talk to me about crystals and chocolates and the energy realm that we like exist in. You want to have that conversation, so that's cool. Like, so don't either A, force me to have your conversation, or B, don't try to interject when I do share, I guess is my thing. So yeah, she just, interpersonal skills is trash. The third thing that she does professionally that drives me up a wall, and it comes directly after number 2. So of course, if you don't train people, then you don't plan for shit either. Like, back to that Wednesday thing, it be bullshit. Let me be 100 with you. I can't lie in retail, and I was the type of retail manager who, like, I don't want to say I single-handedly, but no, I put shit in place to save a store. They was about to close that motherfucker, so they was like, hey, let her run it. I mean, the bitch been there behind every other shitty manager. She can't make it no worse. We're about to close it anyway. Not only in 18 months did I make it profitable, but niggas was running after us. After a while, people was looking, oh shit, what is she doing? Bitch, working, getting this work, running my block, making my shit pop. Bitch, I understand what my market needs. I know how this shit go. Y'all think I'm in retail because I'm in retail because I wanted to be one of the motherfucking hustlers on the corner. They just wouldn't let me. They said, Regina, you read books. And I'm like, but I can like do this shit too. And they was like, yeah, on a grander scale, carry your ass to work. Shout out to man. So like, yo, I approach retail like that shit is straight hustling. That's what the fuck it is. If you looking at it the right way, my nigga, like, it's all a game. And it's really those savvy motherfuckers. Yo, I love the addicts who would go and negotiate and broker. My nigga, you know you gonna see me every Wednesday. Why not just be ready? Why not you come to me? Why not drop it off? Love those fools. You get to see everything. My manager doesn't plan so we can have that type of glory. She also thinks that it's morale boosting for everybody to see her do $60,000 every other week on her sales, and then she be like, we're making so much money. Nah, dog, you are. And that's cool. Like, I'm fine. Like, my check is the same either way. It's not like I make commission. So you run out there and make the 60 grand. Matter of fact, the way that I'm working this system right now, she makes my bonus money too, and I like it like that. That's why I like being in the management position, because I like to show people how to be better in what they are so you can make money for me. Only certain niggas rise to the top. The third thing that she personally does that drives me up a goddamn wall, I'm sick of the white girl dancing. I don't know if this came after number 2 on the personal side for a reason. I don't know if this is her disguise for like putting her booty on me, but girl, stop it. Like, just stop it. First of all, the way I dance is not appropriate. It's not safe for anything but certain types of clubs. So I'm not going to dance. But then, like, bitch, we at work. What are we dancing about? Like, I'm not happy here. You are. I am not happy here. It is written all over my face. Apparently, I've turned into my mother just with thicker eyebrows. Because as I get mad, there are degrees of where my eyebrows go. And then my eyebrows sitting at my goddamn hairline. And yes, we all acknowledge that I have a Sade large forehead. And my eyebrows apparently have made it to my hairline that I am pissed. And I either need to eat or go the fuck away. I often feel like my eyebrows on the back of my head whenever she's coming over to dance with me, sweetheart. The dancing button, and I can hear my best friend now. You just saw me. And we'll talk about that on a whole other thing. Cause stop calling me mean, cause I'm not fucking mean when I say that. I don't like shit. I'm different. I don't like what you like. That don't make me mean. It makes me not you. Anyway, the dancing bothers me because it's like, do you not realize everybody's not sharing in the same emotions that you are sharing in right, like that you are experiencing right now? It's like it feels like she's dancing on my grave a little bit, and that's why I don't like it. What are you dancing about? What are you happy about? What are you excited about? The conditions are only set up for you to be successful in whatever you deem as successful in here. And I don't like it. The fourth professional reason why she gets on my nerves is that it's not that she gets on my nerves. Let me rephrase that. The fourth professional reason why it makes it hard for me to go to work, because that's the truth. She's easily distracted. And it's like, so I used to do policy debate. We had to focus, and not only did we have to focus, we had to focus very quickly on a lot of shit at the same damn time. That puts my brain in direct juxtaposed to her brain. Cool. But that should make us good partners, right? Because the things that I miss, you should be able to catch. And the things that you miss, I should be able to catch. In our current state, we are not utilizing each other that way. She wants to do everything, and that's cool. As I've said to her multiple times before, to me that translates that you don't trust me, or you don't believe that I'm capable of doing it, for whatever the reasons are. When my resume is, as my mom would say, Trump type, and I come in this motherfucker and I hit the ground running and show you that I'm the shit. So, if you don't want to believe it, bitch, that's on you. You could go in the pile of everybody else who came before you who didn't trust G's gangster. So, with her being so easily distracted, here's a prime example of it, and then I'm going to hit it and quit because it's irking. So the other day I walked out, she was like, you got this look on your face. I was like, yeah, I'm thinking. She was like, what are you thinking about? I was like, if I had to share, my exact words, if I had to share, I'm thinking about how I want to go start looking at dining room sets for my new home or whatever. And she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, what do you have in mind? And I'm like, I don't know, because it's a lot of space. And that's kind of what I was thinking off about. Like, what do I do with that space? I don't want to use it all for dining purposes. And she's like, oh, okay, well, you don't really need a dining room set. You should just get a sectional. And I said, I told you that line shouldn't even be used on customers. So it damn sure ain't going to be used on me. She giggles. I'm like, all right, cool. Turn back off into space. I go to the computer because I'm like, oh, well, let me go see if I can at least work on the delivery list. Go back there. What is she looking up with Darnette Sets? I thought you was working on these customer issues that we have. I thought you was re-ringing these sales that we need to get done. Why are you monopolizing the computer if you're not emailing customers like I've been trying to do? Because that's how my quotes have been coming back in. Yo, why are you just standing there looking at Darnette Sets? For me, as you pick your face, you got to stop. You've got to stop. Needless to say, nothing else got done on the rest of my shift, and that's not my store, so I'm going to constantly let her do that to herself. The fourth thing that she does personally that is driving me up a goddamn wall is, and I'm going to be very, not very specific, I'm going to be kind of vague, but if you've had this experience, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. She is very knowledgeable and knows everything. However, has no idea about the cultural upbringings that I've had. Not saying that there is one monolithic tone for black people. There are a few themes, though, that kind of are common across the black experience. So when I tell you Hey, I grew up in a household where my mother didn't fuck with white people at all. So anything white that I know, I went out and got on my own, like culturally speaking. So yeah, I don't have the same acknowledgments of things that you do. That's the first thing. But then the second thing, as I tried to, gain more white culturally, like immersive things, I realized it's not quite for Regina as I'm making those decisions. So yeah, she says stuff to me like, "Well, do you know this?" No, I don't know that. Well, how do you not know that? And I'm like, "Cause I wasn't brought up like that. Like I've never been. That's not been brought to my attention." Well, what type of savage shit? And I'm upbringing savage. I mean, my upbringing was a little savage. However, I know a lot of friends who grew up in happy homes who don't know what the fuck you're talking about either. So, she has a good life, and I'm not jealous, upset, mad at anything. It's just a good life has been given to her, and I have to create mine. And that's okay on both ends. All I ask, I guess, from her is to like stop telling me what needs to happen in the world that I'm creating because I got this, fam. Like that's really it. Like I got this. Like the things that you should be telling me like to do, you don't. So keep your mouth shut about my personal shit. Just keep your mouth shut. You don't know. And like I see this person very differently after I heard their 9/11 story. And I think people on the East Coast sometimes share 9/11 story. Ooh, it randomly comes up, typically on 9/11. So this year, 9/11, I'm at work as usual. We're talking about it. But the point in which, because we're only a year apart, I'm only a year her senior. So 33, 32. And she's been lying about that for forever. Like she lies a lot. Like that's I don't like liars. Like and people think, and this kind of goes into this too. Like, oh, it's not a lie. I just didn't quite tell the truth, bitch. Facts, truth, things like that are black and white. They're kind of like numbers. It's either it is or it isn't. It can't be both at the same time. Otherwise, it's not. So she lies a lot. I can't all the time. And then when I call out on it, that's not what I said. Oh, that's what I thought you said. Right, because you're not listening to me. I've told you that before. Nah. But back to the 9/11 story. When we were giving our 9/11 stories, right? And she, with all the vigor in her heart and like the sincerity that she possesses, says out loud, when I got home, our cleaning lady wasn't there, and I asked my mom, where did she go? And my mom said, oh, she went home to be with her family. Mind you, they live on the East Coast. They lived in Virginia, so close enough to the Pentagon to want to be with your family. I mean, in Baltimore, we was freaking out. So she says, Mom, where did she go? And her mom tells her that she, went home to be with her family. And then my manager, at that time, we were like 16. I was 16, so she had to be 15. Old enough to know that. Responds to her mom, and she's telling us the story with the biggest smile on her face, like nothing's wrong. She says to her mom, but it's not time for her to go home yet. She's supposed to be here with us. And that bothered me because it speaks volumes to how this person still to this day doesn't see things beyond herself. And that's fine. That's just not what I want to constantly be around, personally or professionally. On my birthday, and I told her, like, the night before my birthday, I went out with my best friend, had a good time. So I was straight. She just had to take me out. So on my birthday, the evening of my birthday, after I should have just been hungover in my house sleep. And I didn't get paid from the company that I work for. And that's a whole nother ordeal. I sat with her and a former coworker of mine that she knows or whatever. Just me, her, and him at the bar, and she made the whole thing about her. She's, hey everyone, sing happy birthday to my friend. I made her a cheesecake. I spent the evening of my birthday with her. And that's her. Culturally stay out my way. Just stay out my way. And I don't think you have an inquisitive bone about you. I think you just nosy just to be nosy. And that's why you asked me about my blackness, and I no longer want to share. The fifth thing that she does professionally that drives me up a wall is that her personal self-thoughts get in the way of her professionalism. And that's not cool. Just a couple of Cliff Note versions of things that she's done. We was about to hire a girl, and the girl declined our offer. Rightfully so. She has the right to do so. My manager goes to the girl's former roommate and was like, well, why doesn't she want to work for me? Call her up from your phone. Let me talk to her. I want her to work for me. Tell her I can give her this. Tell her I'm offering her this amount of money. Literally disclose the amount of money that she was offering this young lady. That's not right. Recently, we had a policy change where it's like you have to do phone orders. You have to send off this verification sheet first before you do a phone order. That makes complete sense to me. She goes on the day that we get the paperwork. She's about to do a phone order. She goes, oh, I know this person. It's fine. No, the fuck it's not. They literally just gave you a piece of paper that said that it's not fine. She kind of makes up prices as she goes. And then it's this thing that I keep hearing now. It's the old company way that she's still seated in. And I'm like, yeah, but what the fuck is that? I don't know any old or anything. I'm trying to learn policies and procedures so my black ass don't get fired around this bitch. But that doesn't seem to be how it goes. And so she bleeds her privilege out all over everything and everywhere, and it stinks just like any other misuse of power. It stinks, and I'm not a fan of it. So like, yeah, her personal thoughts get in the way. Oh, and I hate, so we do financing in my store, and I hate when people either elect not to do the financing, or they hear some of the pricing and they're like, oof, that's just a lot. I don't think I can wrap my head around that right now, whatever. And she always retorts something snide and snarky afterwards, like, well, why would you come in here if you broke? Or how do you know if you won't get financing? Just try it. If they already got bad credit, what's the point in trying it? You're making it worse. Every ding after below 500 is a harder point to get back, but she doesn't seem to get that. Why do we even need to have this long ass conversation about my no stands? Like, that level of judgment that I'm always around, that level of negativity, that nastiness, that muck that she exists in, I just don't want to be around it anymore. And so the fifth and last thing that kind of stems from that she does, and I'm happy that things are ending up the way that they did, because I'm going to have to get in the shower soon to go to this place that I don't want to be. She has a savior complex. That's the only way I can put it, and that's the only way I can describe it. Like, every time somebody says something out their mouth, she wants to put on her fucking cape and savior. For me in particular, I don't like that. That bothers me. Primarily because I read books, and I had a dream about her the other day based off of the savior complex. After that whole, I needed a Donette set, and so I find her looking up a Donette set fiascos. Because the day prior to that, she had did something to the similar. She saw me looking up something for a friend. And she then, after she got off, texted me about what I was looking up for the friend. Oh, you should do da-da-da-da-da. And I texted her back, we need to talk. Did I do something wrong? Well, clearly you know you did if that was your first fucking response. Her savior complex. Let's negate that she thought it was a joke to tell me that she would lend her whiteness to me if she needed to. Because she could see how my blackness could get me shot. Legit words. Real words. I wish I was making this shit up. If you know me and you see me struggling for the right words to say, you know I really experienced this shit. So it's like, her savior complex puts me in a position where it makes me want to fight. Because I know I'm a warrior. And so I have a lot of different feelings about a little white woman coming to save me. Now, it's not just about the race. Because like, taking it beyond that, like, everything that I said prior to this moment shows reasons as to why you haven't ordered your life. So leave mine the fuck alone. Like, clearly you haven't put some things in order. So leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me alone. Her savior complex drives me up a wall because it's like, why do you feel like the world needs that from you? And if it does, then give it to yourself. Like, don't give it to me. I ain't asking for shit. I'm not. And she always goes, well, you know, your life and your history is so rough. I just want to show you that people care. Cool. If in my mind, if you really fucking cared, you would do things differently. Like, you would acknowledge how I'm telling you that doesn't work for me. We would talk about why it doesn't work for me, and then we would both make adjustments. I'm not going to keep adjusting for this woman. Since I started working with her in May, I've been called mean a lot. I've been called angry a lot. I've been called sad a lot. My upbringing has been called depressing and savage a lot. And I mean, some of those things contextually are true, but I am not those things. She really treats, every time I turn around, oh, you did a good job with that customer. I know I did a good job with that customer. Like, I literally told you that praising after everything that I do right feels condescending to me. Stop doing it. I'm okay with the fact that I don't need to be patted on the back every 32 seconds. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the fact that I'm not fragile. Although I have every right to be fragile. I'm literally okay with that. Our differences are, she wants to watch Disney movies. I want to watch nasty, murky documentaries. I want to. I look for them. I seek them out. And she thinks I'm depressed because I want... No! The thirst for knowledge does not make you mean, nasty, sad. The thirst for greatness or betterment. We often have a problem because I don't let people just talk to me any kind of way. I don't care what I'm doing. Oh, Virginia, you gotta brush it off. And this is me brushing it off. Okay, you want to be left alone? I'll be right here when you're ready. But I'm not engaging. I often find myself at juxtaposed positions with people who are very societally successful. And I find myself, I'm not saying that I'm not. I'm just saying that things that make me happy are different than things that makes everybody else in the world happy. So I had to get this off my chest because this is the only way I can go to work today and not lose my mind. Yesterday I broke my number one rule, which is ain't no crying in retail. I'm standing in my store crying because I just don't want to be there anymore. And I've learned the hard way that you don't just leave something until you have something else lined up. So that's what I'm about to do. Line something else up. But if I ever made you feel any of these things as a retail manager, my bad, dog. I get it. Like, I was doing the best that I could at that time. However, I love managing people. I love engaging with people. I don't like this fuck shit that I'm dealing with ever. rapidly looking for my way out. But thank you for listening and let me get this shit off my chest and shit. It's a 45-minute video. If you don't listen, you don't watch, I get it. But if you do and you learn something, let me know. Shit, if you saw something, let me know. Hell, if you got some advice for me, and let me go ain't an advice, because when the person is all in your face all the time. Oh, let me give you just another little personal that she does that drives me nuts. Let me demonstrate. After every, hey y'all, somebody need to help this woman grow up. Like, she slurps and slips and nah after every drink of coffee. At this point, it's like hearing chalkboard. I mean, nails on chalkboards for me. So pray for me, because she gets off at 7 and I get off at 9, so it's not even a long time without her. It's okay. It's not that she's a bad person. She's just a lot all day, every day, for 42 hours a week right now. So thank you. Please give me some advice. Help a nigga. I'll help a bitch survive. I'm gonna go get in the shower for about 20 minutes. I know I'm not supposed to be taking 20-minute showers. I also know that I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get in the shower. Do what makes you happy, but definitely be fucking happy.